And welcome back to another episode of Comic Misfits, the podcast that bridges the gap between the super fans and the ones just getting started in the fandom. My name is Pedro. I'm always joined today, but I'm today as well by Mike. Mike, say hi to the people.
Hello, people.
And we're super excited that we have a very special guest, Fahim Fazli, with us. Fahim, say hi to the people.
Hello, America. Hello, all over the world. Love you all.
Fahim is best known for a lot of his movies that he's been in, but the last one that we saw him in, all of us saw him in, is in Superman. So we're just super excited to have an opportunity to chat with you for a little bit about your experiences as Superman, your other experiences in life, your movies. You have a book out and everything. So super excited to just chat with you. Thank you for your time.
Thank you. Thank you. Both of you. I've been following you guys for a long time, and you guys are very professional. And I'm extremely honored to be part of your show.
I appreciate that. You're too kind. We didn't pay him to say that, guys. I promise. So, before we even start, just how did how did you come across Superman, and how was it to film with someone and work with someone like James Gunn?
Okay, I was always dreamed to work in Marvel, DC, and I did work Iron Man first, Marvel, and I always have a dream to work in DC. My agent sent me an email said Fahim's DC wants you to do audition for this role, which is the name of the movie was Genesis. I'm so Genesis, where that Genesis came from? I Googled it. I tried to research. That was 2023.
Wow.
And 2023, they request me without my agent Richard Corners to submit me for anything. They request me to read that. And I read it and did it, and I did a little research. James Gunn was involved. I'm saying, man, the king of Hollywood involved. I hope I'm gonna get this, but it's still I didn't know that was Superman.
Yeah.
Genesis. Okay, I did all my audition, and all of a sudden I called my agent and said, "Do they like it?" Yeah, they received it. They haven't response back, but they receive it. They like your look as a distinguished look, weatherman. They will make a decision. And guess what? I didn't hear from them a year. The
Wow.
whole year, the whole dumb years. I'm saying, I think it's gone. Wash my hand. Bye bye. Next. Then a year later, I saw this actor, a friend of mine, not a friend of mine, so one of the actor I worked before with him. He said, Fahim, they're looking for distinguished weathered men. And they moved but you have to be local in Atlanta, Georgia. I said, I'm not a resident of Georgia, but I will give a shot. When I read the script, I'm not, when I read the description, he sent it to me over the Facebook, and I sent it to my agent. And my agent, I told him, my agent, is this the same one I got not rejected, not answered, but is that the same Genesis? He said, Fahim, let me search. He says, yeah, you got an audition in 10 minutes. In 10 minutes, I get an
Wow.
audition. I says some
Uh,
word up for Genesis movie. Still, I don't know what's Genesis. Oh, that was Superman. I say Superman, Superman. I say something else. Then say for him, they like you. Would you like to pay for your own your flight for on your hotel? First, I say, why? He says they're shooting. They want to hire you as a local Atlanta, Georgia. Do you have any address over there? I'm saying a friend of mine's lived there. I can use his address, no problem. Then I accept that I took a chance. Always take a risk.
yeah, yeah.
Risk. I pay for my hotel, my own flights. I arrived there into Atlanta, Georgia. And 2 days later, I went to the studio. They fit me wardrobe, all these things that happened. Then I'm dying to meet James Gunn. Then I went to the set for they basically they were so extremely welcome me. I have to cancel my own hotel. They got me new hotel what they were spending. I said, thank you, God. I don't have to
Wow.
do. Then they put me a wardrobe. The village leader, Janipurian village leader, said Fahim, one of for the second ADs show me 1,000 extras. They say Fahim, all this is your village. Do you see James Gunn stand up on top of the hill over there? That's what James Gunn wants to meet you. be honest with you, I use my Marine technique, which is I used to be a culture technical advisor of Marines. I use my Marines technique. I don't want to be cocky and I walk like this. Hey, James Gunn, I'm coming towards you. Guess what I did? I run towards him. I run towards them and I stand up on, I climb, I run towards this hill, very tough hill. I stand up next to him. I grab his hand, kiss him as a godfather. I kiss him 3 times in this cheek because in Afghan culture we kiss 3 times. And
Yeah.
say, thank you, sir, for your beautiful gift for me. May 30th is my birthday. That was a year later, 2024. I got the best gift for my birthday, become 59, and which is he's 59 right now too. And he's hugged me. He said, "Thank you for coming over." He described for me all this village people was 1,000 extra was there. This is your village. Let me describe for you because that was top secret. This is
Yeah.
a Superman movie. I didn't know what was my line, what was my dialogue. Then it says, "You're the village leader. You motivate these people, rise up. And your job is to rise up to understand hope. You have a hope for them," which is later on I get nominated and labeled me as a face of hope, which is I'm very
Yeah.
happy to be part of it. Then the rest was history.
So before your birthday's May 30th, you said?
Yeah, May 30th,
I'm
1966.
May 29, so we're like best friends already. We're done.
God bless it.
We're
Gemini.
we're best
Gemini
friends.
is sensitive, tough,
Look at this
kind,
guy. We're best
respectful.
friends. We're
Was
best
Knew it the
friends.
same day.
Almost so close, so close. So wow, that's so you just walked in not knowing it's just Genesis Project, you
I
just
didn't
come
know it
in
was the Superman. I swear to God.
and
I swear to my
the
mother, I
legend
didn't
James
know
Gunn
that
just shows
until
up.
until I get next to James Gunn. It
The
says, "You know
legend.
what this movie is about?"
That's
I'm so
so
sir.
cool.
You guys were so top secret. When I became a citizen, U.S. citizen, that wasn't that top secret. But you guys, and I joined the Marine later on. There wasn't top secret, and being in
Superman
this
is the most
movie,
top
that
secret
top
thing in the
secret.
world.
Nothing
You
is
know
top
what? Which
secret as
is
a
I was
superhero
surprised.
movie.
And we say, "What? Superman?"
Wow.
He said,
Wow.
"Yes." James Gunn said, "You are in Superman, and I will give you." He asked me how good you are on improvising. I said, "Sir, I'm known for improvising, and I'm known for my weather face, and I'm what do you call it? A distinguished look. Give
Yeah.
me any kind of dialogue, and I will memorize it. I deliver it for you, sir." He was
Wow.
so happy. I was so positive, and I was good shape to not today because I eat burrito yesterday. Anyway,
Me too, me too, me
then
too.
he was. I'll be honest with you. I always had a dream work with him, and my dream come true. And I'm extremely honored to be part of that movie and working with the king of Hollywood.
You not only the king of Hollywood in the hill, you ran up to
Yeah,
meet the
you
king of Hollywood. That's so cool.
imagine if I walk like this. You look at me. I was an Iron Man. I was an American Sniper. I was an Argo. No, no, no. Those kind of cockiness, which is I've never been cocky all
Yeah.
my life. I've been most humble. I said, this guy's waiting for me. I don't want to walk like this. Ding, 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 ding. Then I run towards him, and he says, "That's the man I'm looking for. That's the
So,
leader I'm looking for."
so, you talked about like all these movies that you've been in. What was your favorite one? Like obviously Superman was really cool, but did you have something beforehand that was like, oh, I really liked working on Iron Man especially or American Sniper?
Sir, you're asking a father which one of your childs was your favorite one.
Oh, we 100% know we're asking that question. And we all know the answer is there is a favorite child. Just they don't like to say it.
As a mother and father, they love their children. They all love them equally. That's my answer for you guys.
I love
You
it.
know what? We'll take it. We'll take
Let me
it.
okay, so let me ask you this question. Okay. Let me ask you this question.
Sure.
It's kind of
But you
like
have
it,
to
but not really.
understand, I was a Marine. I passed a lot of tests.
Oh, absolutely. I don't think I'm gonna beat you. I do want to think I'm thinking about this when I was looking into your IMDb and I was like, I thought this was so cool. But I don't know if you know, I mean, you probably know this because you're a smart guy. Gemini, right? You're a smart guy.
Right.
Um, you started up a franchise, right? In Iron Man. You were part of the first
The
ever
first,
the
the
first
first one.
MCU film, and now
Right.
you're part of the first DCU film. So like, how do they compare? Like, how was the experience in being part, such an integral part of both of of the start of both of these franchises?
Equally, I love them both. I love them. I work with John Favreau and I work with James Gunn, and I will never dividing them as who's better, who's not. But I'm extremely honored. The first actor to been for first DC and the first Marvel, and the first Afghan-born American actor in Hollywood. I've been blessed. And I really respectfully, I have a lot of respect for both of them, John Favreau and James Gunn. Equally, I learned a lot from John Favreau, and I equally am learned from James Gunn. And they're both very kind. They're both very nice. The reason I call James Gunn the king of the Hollywood, but you have to understand, he's younger. He has better, fresh, what do you call it, material, and he brought Superman back to life since a comic book since 2008. He brought comic book back to life since 2000. After 2008, there was everything shut down, and Superman was shut down. As a lot of people was washed their hand. I'm done with comic books, but he did a big, big, big favor to bring people's life back to life.
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah, we talked about in the show before that he knows comic books and loves comic books. He doesn't just love movies. He loves
No, no, he's loved
everything.
it.
He
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 was a little
respects the
boy.
original content. Yeah, he respects the content and he makes it his own, but still has that vibe of a comic book. So
But you have to
completely agree.
understand, he got not nominated. I've been reading a lot of news about it. He's the first, the best, and comic book director ever.
Yeah.
In my eyes and public eyes, and I was extremely honored to be part of his project. You have to understand, sir, it's not such a thing as a small role, a small actor. My role is not that big, but I'm extremely honored to be part of that show, a village leader, Johnny Purian village leader.
Yeah, no, I think you think you did a great. I think that your scene. I said the same thing to AJ when we had him on the show, but your guys' scene was probably one of the most moving parts of the entire film.
A lot of
You,
people cry. I mean, I'm
yeah,
not trying
Yeah.
to
no, yeah,
bragging about
yeah,
it. A lot, I get thousand email and comment. People cry because my scene and AJ's scene was the face of hope. And I mean, did
yeah,
you say AJ was rising the flag? And I'm getting emotional right now to see
yeah.
AJ was doing this, and I look at AJ and I have a tears on my eyes. But you have to understand, sir, why I got a tears on my eyes. That was my remind me of my own childhood when the Russian invade Afghanistan when I was 12 years old. When
Wow,
I saw AJ, I saw myself. I was fighting the communist. I was fighting the 12 years old. And that's so emotional. James Gunn coming to me, hugged me, and say, "Is that okay to have a tears on my eyes?" I said, "Fahim, keep going, keep going. I have a good plan for you."
wow, that's
Wow,
amazing.
so cool. So, you're coming on to the Superman set. You just kind of get the news that like, hey, this is Superman. You get to work with James Gunn. Kind of take me through, first of all, what was your first day like on set? What were you doing? And kind of how many days were you working on this movie? And kind of take me through your daily routine of what was going on.
When they brought me from the hotel at 5 o'clock, of course, every shooting is 5 in the morning. They drove me to the set. There was a very isolated area, mountain, desert kind of type of thing. They says used to be ocean over there, and 3 hours away from Atlanta city. And they put me in my, of course, it was so hot, even 8 o'clock in the morning. They provide us for the AC in the little tent. They treat us like a king. I was with my hot, warm wardrobes, and I was kind of nervous. I'm working with the king. I'm working with the king of Hollywood, James Gunn, and I wasn't sure what's my script? Where's my line? How about if they give me that big dialogue without that something like this? I don't have experience. I mean, I don't have time to memorize it. Oh my God! As soon as I get close to him and he says, "You're gonna improvise everything," as soon as he said improvising. Hallelujah. I love it. I love improvising. Yeah, that was a great experience. Thousand people was there. The cast and crew were very kind and nice, and the wardrobe, the makeup, and they all kind of super nice, super people was nice. And I was very, I had a tears on my eyes before I get on the set. I'm saying, God bless you. God bless you, Fahim. You reach your other dream, being part of DC. You're already a part of Marvel. And I was blessing my mom, my dad. I came to this beautiful country. Now I'm on the set, 250, 20, $225 million set budget. And I was very happy to be part of that.
Now, as
Yeah,
we
you know,
mentioned,
okay.
okay, we had AJ and Elena on the show recently. You got to work with them. I know you've commented on our reels a couple of times about how amazing it was working with them. So tell me about the relationship that you had with them and as well as the other kids on the set.
AJ and her sister was part of the main character of the village, Jonapurian village population, and we bond up. We get along so well. I look at them as my children, and the mom and dad, they were the best. I mean, I wish everyone has a mom and dad like them. They're so happy. They see their child's getting order, not order, direction from James Gunn, and I'm next to them to get it. I mean, AJ and her sister, we work as a team to make sure they bring this scene as alive and make sure we send a message of hope. There's
Yeah.
the hope, kindness, respect, and I was extremely honored to work with these beautiful kids. I mean, these two girls and a bunch of other kids was there. And they were not as main characters of them, and they were very polite. They're very kind. They were very nice, and they were very understand to take order from James Gunn. And I would say, wow, these guys are professional. They can take orders and they can improvise it better. Even they didn't have a dialogue. And they took we got the whole movie, the whole our scene was taking order from James Gunn, and he was so good at it. And these kids, I'll be honest with you, both of them, they have a future, and a couple of other ones, they have a bright future. And I'm extremely honored as adult working with the kids. Usually working with kids in animal and a movie is very tough to take that direction, but they
Yeah.
nailed it.
Yeah, and I bet. Shifting gears a little bit, but you mentioned earlier before we got on the started recording, you have a book. I mean, your life is very fascinating. Walk us through what is the book about? I'm kind of like interested in seeing, hearing more about your life because you've been in a lot of movies that I myself watched growing up. I think of Iron Man, I think of American Sniper, which is probably one of my favorite movies ever made. Eagle Eye, G.I. Joe. You've been in all these movies that a lot of people from my generation have seen over and over and over again, but they might not know who you are yourself, which is like, I feel like we as a podcast for people that when we call ourselves the misfits. No, for people like us, we should know more about people like you. So tell us more about your book and all that stuff like that.
I was born and raised in Afghanistan, 1966, May 30th. And when I was 12 years old, when the Russian invaded Afghanistan, my mom was midwife for the president of Afghanistan. My dad was president of National Bank. And overnight, Russian took over Afghanistan, and my mom and two sisters and brothers got separated by us. We got separated because make sure the Communist parties now find out we're escaping. And I didn't see my mom and two sisters and my brother for 6 years. And we got separated as a young man. I was demolished. I was
Wow.
sad. I was very upset. And I joined the Freedom Fighters in Afghanistan, which was supported by CIA and Ronald Reagan and Charlie Wilson was sending us stingers. And I was very upset and very depressed being without mom and with two sister and brother. And my 5 years later, 40 years later, my dad made a decision we have to escape. Wake up early in the mornings. We got in the Jingo trucks and went towards Pakistan, and we got pulled over by the Russian soldier and Afghan communist. And guess what? Who walk in the Jingo truck, and one of my cousin become a communist. He walk in, he look at me and
Wow.
look at my dad and look at my brother. And I give him a lot of credit. He didn't say anything. He could have pull us down and start from the spring with the AK-47. But I'm very extremely honor him to. I wish I can meet him one day. I haven't saw him almost 43 years. Was the last time I saw him. Then we went to Pakistan as a refugee. We become asylum refugee, and then went to as a refugee camp, and we got connected with the U.S. embassy. We know my mom was in America, but we don't know where was it. And somehow we give our first name and last name, and embassy, American embassy in Pakistan says your mom didn't left from Pakistan. They left from India, and why don't you come back in a week? In 2 weeks, we figure out where's your mom is. And 2 weeks later, we came, thanks to one Marines, which is I'll never forget that. And uh, well, of course, we had a translator. And I told my dad, I want to become like that Marine guy one day, and which is I did 35 years
Wow.
later. Then they found my mom, and we were very happy. The phone numbers, I never forget the Virginia phone number, 703. The rest of them, I don't remember. And we went to the payphone, this booth. We grabbed that much Pakistani change. We put the phone, and my dad said, "Hi, Fahima." My mom's name is Fahima. My dad's name is Jamil. And without say hello, I love you, I miss you, my mom started yelling at my dad and said, "What's going on?" I can hear that. One of my dad's sister living in Virginia, my dad's brother, they give my mom false information. Jamil, which is my father, got married, a young woman. Fahim, your son and other son, Aris, got killed by Russian, which is all wrong information. Then she started
Wow.
yelling at him, so where's that young woman? Where's that? Then I grabbed the phone, the young 18, I was 16 that time, 17. And of course, my voice changed. Hello, mom, how are you? He said, who are you? It's not Fahim. Fahim was 12 years old, has a very soft and spoken. I said, Mom, this is me. I'm swear to God, they all lie to you. Please do not listen to them. And my dad didn't get married, and then we're here. We left Afghanistan to come meet you, Mom. Please accept. And then she tuned down, she calmed down a little bit. And all those wrong information was very bad and negative, and which is we never lost a hope. And thanks to Ronald Reagan, thanks to American citizen, thanks to the church sponsor us, brought us to Virginia. And later on, I came to America and got the land of opportunity. And later on, we've come back on the book. Later on, 30 years, I want to pay my dues for America as a culture technical advising and linguist. And I've made a decision, stop making movie. And I was already in Iron Man, a bunch of other movie. My agent said, "Where are you going?" I'm saying, "I want to go pay my dues for this beautiful country with this country." Did for me, and it brought my mom together for with me after 6 years. Then I was walking around and recording everything, which is my education is not high level to write a book. Thanks to Michael Moffat, Colonel Moffat, which you saw me, I was working translate for him for sub-governor of Afghanistan. He says, "You have a unique story. Why don't you write a book?" And I said, "Sir, my education is not high level as you are." He says, "Yeah, I'm a historian for Marine. I would like to write your book." And he made a copy. We exchanged phone number. A year later, after my service, I came to California. He came to New Hampshire. And he gave me a call. He says, "I want to write your book." And he came to California, typing, listen to me, typing, listen. Took a year and a half. And we made the book, make it happen, and publish it to Dill Die. And the publisher reject us once, twice, three times. Then we fix a lot of not grammar, story, grammar issues. And the book became number one book, the Golden winners, and Tom Hanks later on endorsed it. He put a blurb on the book,
Wow.
and I've been living a
Wow.
dream.
Your life is at like first of all, I would love to have a copy of that book if it's okay.
Sure, sure. I will send it to you. I
I
promise
gotta
you.
read it. I
I will
gotta read this
sign
book.
it. I will sign it
Sign
and
it
I'm gonna
and send it over.
send
I
it.
would. I
Yeah.
think Mike might want one too. I don't know, but
Yes, yes,
I'll,
for sure.
I definitely want one because you're like you're talking about your life, dude, and you're talking about hope, and how awesome is it that at the end, like Superman, you're about hope.
thank you.
You're not
I mean,
about
Yeah.
think
like
about it.
it's
Think
awesome.
about it, sir. I was 12 years old. I had a hope to fight the Russian. I had a hope to fight and bring my mom back together. I had a hope to come to America. I had a hope to become an actor. I had a hope to serve this beautiful country. I had a hope to work on Marvel and American Sniper bunch of. And my last hope happened. My scene, my character was introduced a face of hope.
Right. Yeah.
Yeah.
And I think about we think about all the characters that you've played. I think this is the first time I could be wrong. I don't, but it's probably one of the first times where you're like the face of hope. You're like not there as the bad guy. You're the good guy. And
And
it
being
was
honest
so
with you,
beautiful.
then be honest with you, you have to understand those people hijack religions, hijack Catholic, Christian, Muslim, this, they're the very bad influence. A lot of people against me when I because I play typecast as a hijacker, Bible, Quran, Torah, which is I want to introduce them how evil they are. So the Bible, the Quran, the Torah, they didn't say go kill people, go blow up yourself and stuff. And people says, why you always working as a terrorist? I play terrorist. I'm saying I'm a great I want to be an actor can deliver any kind of roles. I want to introduce them how evil they are, which is nothing wrong with Islam, nothing wrong with the Middle East, and nothing wrong with Christian, Catholic, Roman, Viking, or Crusader stuff like that. It's all about the people, the way they translate that book, interpreted the book the wrong way, which is I want to introduce them. Like Scarface, Al Pacino doesn't mean he's a drug addict or
Right.
Godfather, Robert De Niro, all these things doesn't mean that you have to be a good actor to deliver. I mean, what kind of character you can play? Of course, I'm not good looking like you guys, but I'm
You
a
are great. Out of the side of that. Don't
I
flatter me,
cannot
dude.
play.
No, 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 no.
I cannot play Brad Pitt or Tom. What do you call it? Robert Downey Jr. But I'm honored to play this kind of character, and I'm not gonna stop, and I keep doing as much as. But tomorrow I'm playing this movie. I'm working as an Italian. I mean, doesn't means I'm a mafia. I mean, I was blessed. I was blessed when James Gunn says, Fahim, you're not playing bad guy, you're not playing terrorist. And I was getting educated by him, my scene.
Yeah.
You're a village leader, you want to rise up, you want to bring a hope for this village and make sure you have you make sure you deliver the way I teach you wasn't the way improvise I did, and I'm extremely honored to be not get labeled in this movie as a terrorist or bad guy, which is nothing wrong with this. As long as they pay me, I'll do any kind of roles, no problem.
And you like as you were talking about your life, man, like you are the village person personified fighting resistance like that.
Yeah,
It's almost like it was a it was almost
my
like it was
own
an
story.
autobiography. Yeah,
Yeah,
James
my
Gunn
own
grabbed your
story.
book and wrote a story about your book.
Yeah, it's almost my
Wow.
own story, my life story, which is I'm extremely honest to James Gunn the way he described it to me. I wish I didn't read the script, but the way I saw that, I'm saying, wait a minute, this is my life. This is my village, Afghan village behind me.
Yeah.
That's how I grew up.
Yeah.
That's how and being the leader of village leader of Jonapurian village and rise up and I'm saying, wait a minute, why I'm crying in this? Why James Gunn keep coming, Pella, give me a hug? I'm saying, this is me. I saw myself and
Yeah.
when I was 42 years ago.
That's beautiful.
Now, before I ask my next question, I do want to say to our listeners once again, we are not paying Fahim to flatter us.
Yeah,
So,
no. I have no idea why he's so nice to me. I'm not this
I'll
nice
be
of a
honest with
guy.
you. The reason I fall in love with you, I do interview with a lot of people. I've done 100 interviews. When I saw you guys do interview AJ and her sister, I was impressed. I'm saying, I want to contact these guys. Usually people contact me to interview, but I contact you guys. I want to be part of your show.
Wow.
I mean, be honest with you, I'm telling your audience, I don't know these guys from Florida. The reason I'm falling in love with them, the way they ask the question is not finger point or not poking me to make me upset or pull some negative point of my interview. You guys have a beautiful question, and that's why I'm part of you. And I've been watching all your
So
interviews. I'm
good.
saying that kind of guys I'm looking for. And the other thing is you guys doing your homework. I hate reporters or broadcasts, all those kind of things. They don't understand anything about me and then
Yeah.
throw questions. They're not like most of them, they're very good. Some of them I'm get disappointed. I'm saying, hello, did you do your homework before you do interview? You know, the way now we're doing interview, I'm so glad you made my answer easy because you already know what you're asking. You
Yeah.
already did your homework, both of it.
Yeah. Yeah. I don't know,
See,
man. I didn't
stop
pay him.
it.
Stop flattering us, man.
uh,
Stop it.
but it is funny because Pedro and I did used to work together at a newspaper, so we kind of
Yeah.
have a
So
little
it
bit
kind
of
of works
journalism
out.
background.
Oh, that's why. That's why you
That,
guys
yeah.
professional.
Yeah. We used
That's
to work
why
in
you guys
newspapers.
perfect.
Yeah.
Be honest with you, I don't hate them, but I get insulted. I get insulted when someone throw a question. I'm
Yeah.
saying, wait a
Absolutely.
minute,
Yeah, yeah,
where
yeah.
I am right now.
Yeah. Just trying to get questions answered, but not really get to know the
So
person. But yeah. Anyways,
I
Mike,
I
go ahead.
I do want to backtrack a little bit to toward the beginning of the MCU with Iron Man starting out. You're doing an Iron Man movie. Now looking back, this was back 2008 when it released. I'm pretty sure you probably filmed in like '07. Looking back to see where the MCU has come to this point, we had Endgame come out. It was one of the biggest movies ever made. Looking back on your first appearance in this franchise, seeing that you're in the scene where it kind of created Iron Man and Tony Stark and what he became as a character, what does it kind of feel like to be a part of that?
You know, when John Favreau told me, Fahim, you're the mastermind of putting Iron Man together to give to Jeff Bridges. Of course, I had the both guy, my boss, and the other guys was my boss, but I was the engineering. I was the brain of. We found those Iron Man pieces when Robert Downey fall down on the
Yeah.
desert, and we found all those pieces. And I brought it to my tent with my other partner, the tin ring. We put it together. We put it together, and I was telling him, no, the nose go here, no, the legs go over there. Then he was disagree with me. Listen to me. I know what I'm doing, and I put it together and give it a strong, more powerful super. What do you call Iron Man to Jeff Bridges, which is we're terrorists, and Jeff Bridges was kind of crook. And with the crook and terrorists get along, we got money, and I've given the best powerful Iron Man and fight Tony Stark. And John Favreau, he was so good at it. He's so good at it. And Robert Downey Jr. worked with him. What a great guy. I have a story about him. He's the most humble person. He was sitting in a honey wagon between my honey wagon was here, his honey wagon was there. We both sitting in the stairs practicing our line. I mean, it was extremely honored to be part of MC and DC. I mean, I'm speechless right now. I'm doing an interview with like you both genius on these two. I know both of you guys know have so much information about DC and Marvel and other things. I mean, a lot of people cannot compare. I'm not going to compare anybody the way you guys have knows so much knowledge about those kind of projects. And
You're
yeah,
making us feel our heads getting so much
I
bigger,
know
bro.
my kid's just
no, I want
growing
to be
right
honest
now.
with you. I want to be honest with you. Some people wants to become a reporter, don't understand what's their material is. You guys all have a beautiful materials, and you guys have a lot of materials to share with us. And I'm extremely honored to be part of Iron Man. Yes, I was the mastermind, and I was punching Robert Downey Jr., brought
That's
him
right.
from the cave,
That's
and
right.
I punching it. You know, when I was punching him, he holding the battery. I was punching him slowly. He said, "No, Fahim, hit me." Oh, I apologize. I use that word. I apologize. I apologize. I apologize. I'm sorry, audience. I never use that word.
We could just
Sometimes I
tweet, but
do.
you're fine. You're fine.
You're fine.
Yeah. He said, hit me hard. And I punched Robert Downey Jr. so hard he almost fell down. He says, not that hard. son of a gun. And yeah, that was we shot it in Bushop, California, and we
Wow.
shot it by the there was beautiful mountain, beautiful cave. I mean, be honest with you, they call me Fahim the Dream. I am living in a dream.
So
That's so
cool.
cool.
So I want to say that I'm a big fan of the video game franchise Uncharted, and I saw that you did have a role in Uncharted 3. So were you in like doing some motion capture? Were you just doing voice work? What were you kind of doing
I
with
did a
that?
lot of voiceover on that. I did a Call of Duty voiceover, and yeah, of course, usually I'm a terrorist and Taliban, Al Qaeda, and working in a video game is, I mean, like the way you guys see it, it's not easy. Video game and voiceover is a lot of tougher than you have to match the lips, you have to match
Mhm.
all this other stuff. Yeah, I was very extremely. The video game was some kind of new project for me. I didn't know how to handle this, but I did. I did a good job, and I'm extremely honored to be part of those video games. And they're both very top notch of video games. Yeah, I usually do voiceover and characters, Taliban, Al Qaeda, and terrorists, and I was very interesting when I done it.
So you've got the movies, you've got the video games. I also
He's got the
saw
books.
you got
The
the
guy that
book.
votes.
I see on your IMDb that you're going to be writing a film. Is that true?
And this Fahim Speaks, which is my book, is we already scripted, we wrote a script, and
Wow.
we want to make it. The movie is called, I'm going to release the name for you guys right now before they become a movie. A Man of Two Worlds from Afghanistan to Hollywood. That's the name of
Wow.
the movie is going to
Awesome.
be.
Wow.
And the Man of Two Worlds from Afghanistan to Hollywood and go back as a Marine.
That's
As a,
incredible.
let me correct myself, apologize, I don't want to, as a technical advisor linguist for Marines.
That's incredible. Fahim, you have a one of the most incredible, interesting stories I have ever heard in my entire life. And I'm not just saying that because it's you, because you're like super nice to us, but like I genuinely, when we said, hey, let's bring him on, we're like, yeah, we'll talk about Iron Man, we'll talk about Superman. But like your life is fascinating. And like
It's very,
I think it's a great like it comes full circle in Superman.
thank you. We,
And I
we
think
were trying to, we tried to make our book name Full Circle, but we Googled it, so many names was there.
yeah,
And we tried to name our movie Full Circle, but that from A Man of Two Worlds from Afghanistan to Hollywood and go back. This is
that's
more catchy. And to my dream is not complete yet. My
yeah.
dream, part of the being DC, Marvel, and working with Superman as a face of hope. And I'm not trying to bragging about James Gunn. He is the king of Hollywood. He is the king. He's the most beautiful man. He's the most kind man. He loved dogs. He loved kids. He was with Adrian and sister. He was taking picture with them with me. And I was, be honest with you, I've been in this business almost more than 35 years. And I don't want to, earlier you asked me which movie is your favorite one. And I want to answer you right now because I don't want to disappoint you guys. Superman was my complete dream come true.
I bet. Look, Fahim, you talk about your dreams. I'm gonna open up. I'm gonna open up and tell you my dream, and you
Sure.
can laugh at it, okay? But
No, no. I'm
this
not
is my
laugh. I'm
dream.
laugh with you.
My dream, and I think part of it is Mike's dream too, but our dream is to one day maybe get James Gunn on here to chat all things Superman. So I'm just putting it out there. Maybe you can be like, hey, these guys are nice. I'm just saying, just throw it out there. It's our goal.
As a message for James Gunn, my
Oh,
dear brother,
oh,
I love you. I care about you. Please make these two guys come dream true. If you made my dream come true, please do it for them too. All I ask you, don't give me another movie, TV, so stuff like that. Make sure their dream come true. You made my dream come true, James Gunn. I love you, brother. Please listen to my voice and make sure you deliver it. Please, I'm begging you.
Clip that, Mike. Put that
Clip
on
that. We're putting
Instagram
it on
right
Instagram.
now. Fahim, it's been an absolute pleasure talking to you, man. Like, I hope we get to talk more. I really, I'm genuinely interested and looking forward to reading your book. So if you send it over,
God
I would
bless you
definitely read it.
guys.
Thank you so much for all everything you shared with us. Your life is beautiful. Your story is amazing. Really appreciated your time.
I
But
just
anyway,
want to thank you guys. Thank you for bring people's dream come true. Thank you for you guys to more put uh, sugar, more explain about the future of this movie. This movie is number one movie in the world.
yeah,
And make sure you guys go watch it and make sure you guys to understand, like as an Afghan immigrant, I came to this beautiful country. I never lost a hope. And my movie, our movie, Superman, made me a character, a face of hope, and I'm extremely honored to be part of this movie, and extremely honored to be part of your show. Thank you very much.
Fahim, I really appreciate you being on the show. I'm sure Mike appreciates it too. Mike's been like there, like giggling the whole time, super excited. It's been really fun. Thank you so much for joining us, guys. I hope you enjoyed this episode. I mean, I know I did. I think this was so cool. But I hope you follow us on social media, follow us on your podcast platforms. But for now, my name is Pedro,
And my name is Mike.
My name is Fahim Fazli, Jonapurian village leader on Superman.
and we'll see you on the next page. Bye bye
Bye
now.
now.